We're speaking at a turning point in my studio's history, trying to advocate for public conversation about the built world around us. 99.9% of projects carry on being exactly the same because society is tolerating rubbish public buildings. A health story that means from a health point of view, we need more nutritious buildings. A lot of how we feel about places isn't actually about the shapes, but it's about the emotion in the textures and small-scale details. I'm very excited about the unexplored potential that I feel there is in the world of architecture, in the experienced public face that our buildings accumulate and offer to society. How you actually feel, and the real success is both big and small. And the furniture scale within the large city scale matters too. And I've found as an industry we are better at big scale strategic thinking and weakest at the human scale thinking. So in a lens with my studio's work, we talk about city distance, street distance, and door distance. And there are amazing projects that work at city distance and maybe street distance and are rubbish at door distance. And I've found that again and again, particularly with towers often. You get close and you're like, oh no, where's the love? Lovelessness. So kind of feeling care at multiple scales. And I'm not talking about beauty, I'm not talking about avoiding ugliness, just engagingness. I'm just so struck at how industry is phenomenal, transportation, our ability to lift and move things that were hard to imagine centuries ago. But our size of a step is still the same size step as 20,000 years ago. Our timed experience as we go past buildings is something that I think is more important now than ever because buildings are bigger than ever. My studio is designing 1,000-foot wide buildings. Their face to a street is 1,000 foot long. And there's no design of, oh, here's my design of facade, that you just go brrrr. Before, when you had 30-foot buildings, 20-foot buildings, whatever anyone did, you got a pace of change as you moved along that street. But a 1,000-foot building is 4.5 minutes of your life. You need to change rhythms and refresh for the eye. We are designing an experience for someone. And I think it's important we don't dismiss and belittle that as shallow aesthetics. Something that the head of urban design in Singapore said to me, and it's really sort of played in my brain, which is she said, buildings don't tell stories anymore. And that I found that very, very powerful because we've sort of clicked in to a mindset of the last quite a few decades where the way we think about how we make the buildings around us results in storylessness. One thing that a reuse of a structure does is instantly the story. Like, why are you keeping that? What's that? And our imaginations create stories from that, which a brand new building has nothing. It's yet to have any stories. A project like Zeitz MOCAA, which was a great honor to have the chance to work on, which was to make the whole continent of Africa's first major institution for a contemporary African artist to show their work. It was shocking when we realised there wasn't a major space. So we had a grain silo made from tubes, and the curator who was going to lead the project was very clear: we don't have tubular art, get rid of the tubes. But we were like, oh no, these tubes are amazing, because trillions of grains of corn were kept in these tubes. We were determined to not knock the building down, and we had a very limited budget and just focused it on the simply kind of removing the weird magnolia paint that had been slapped all over this structure over almost a century. And most of our work was just restoring and stabilizing. But we did one main move, which was that we created a public space inside. It was a destruction rather than construction project. And if we did knock this building down and build a kind of shiny spaceship, people would come along with their phones, take a picture of themselves with the spaceship behind and say, I went to the museum. And we think of special architecture as always outsides. And the building was already interesting, engaging. You could say it's ugly, you could say it's beautiful. But could we make the most engaging thing on its inside? Because if it's on its inside, you have to go in. And once you're in, then you're going to wander around, because curiosity makes us do that. So that was a very deliberate move to try to break the fear of the threshold and the inertia to go in. When society talks, people listen and things change. But we don't talk. And our industry talks to itself all the time. We're trying to find what we believe objectively would be the best possible thing we could do for someone who will never hear us explain it, never read a book about something, or be sold a project, but just experience it in the world of a city or a town around them, and something that will unfold. Now, obviously, the person listening to this is going to be thinking, that's really expensive. This guy is saying, make everything really expensive, which is actually not what I'm saying, because it's too expensive to keep demolishing these buildings. Now, every new building now has to be green. Any board member on any new office building, any residential development, the insulation now is more. The environmental performance is more. There may be solar panels, all those things. That costs more. How comes we're paying for that? Because society says it matters. Doesn't mean crazy shaped buildings. It's still boxes, but make boxes which have story and are generous to passers-by. We're working with a number of people around the world to just try to look at what we do through a lens of health. And it's under-recognized, and when society doesn't care about buildings, we demolish them because we don't mind them being knocked down. And the dirty secret of our industry is the massive carbon amount used to make buildings, and it's a dirty secret we don't talk about. Buildings in the past have had visual complexity, and our methods of manufacturing buildings now permit exceedingly low visual complexity because we're making from such big, flat componentry, and there's a health impact from that. And it needs clever brains to figure out how to use modern methods of manufacturing to make buildings that are nutritious for our brains.